If you've ever seen a Porsche modified by RAUH-Welt Begriff, or RWB, you know that these cars are true works of art. But for many people, seeing someone cut up a classic Porsche can seem sacrilegious. After all, we're talking about one of the most iconic and respected cars in the world. So why does Akira Nakai, the mastermind behind RWB, make such radical modifications? Today, we're going to dive into the philosophy and passion behind Nakai-san's work and what drives this legendary customizer to transform such exclusive cars. To understand why Akira Nakai cuts up Porsches, we first need to know who he is. Akira Nakai is a Japanese car customizer, world-renowned for his company RAUH-Welt Begriff, or RWB. He started his career as a street and racing car enthusiast in Japan, passionate about tuning and street racing style. Nakai-san initially modified Japanese cars, especially drift classics like the Toyota AE86. But his great passion has always been the Porsche 911. It all started with a Porsche 930, which he nicknamed Stella Artois, after his favorite beer. This car was the first of many to pass through Nakai's hands, marking the beginning of a unique and highly recognizable style. RWB Porsches, with their wide fenders, exaggerated spoilers, and aggressive racing aesthetic. RAUH-Welt Begriff, which means rough world concept in German, reflects Nakai's philosophy that beauty can be found in the raw and imperfect. For Nakai, the pure and flawless aesthetics of classic Porsches are just the starting point. He believes that every car can and should be adapted to the personal taste and driving style of its owner. But Nakai isn't just cutting up a Porsche for the sake of it. For him, every modification is an expression of art and functionality. The RWB philosophy is that these cars not only need to look aggressive, but also improve their performance on the track. Cutting the fenders, adding side skirts, and huge spoilers are all intended to improve aerodynamics and provide a unique driving experience. Each Porsche modified by RWB goes through a meticulous process where Nakai, alone, uses few tools, cutting the body by hand, fitting fiberglass parts, and installing custom body kits. There's no rush in his work because each car becomes an exclusive piece, tailored to its owner. He takes into account the driving style and aesthetic preferences of each client. But why cut a Porsche, especially when it's a classic like the 911, which is loved for its pure design? For Nakai, the answer lies in his philosophy that cars are meant to be driven, not kept as museum pieces. He believes that a car should be an extension of your personality, and if that means modifying a Porsche to make it more aggressive, bolder, he doesn't hesitate. The cuts Nakai makes in the bodywork serve a purpose beyond aesthetics. The widening of the fenders, for instance, allows him to install wider tires, which improve grip and stability at high speeds in tight corners. Additionally, the fiberglass parts and spoilers are designed to increase downforce, keeping the car glued to the ground, essential for speed lovers. Every cut is thought out, planned, and executed with a clear purpose: to transform a Porsche into something more personal, more powerful, and more track-ready. For Nakai, cutting a Porsche is the beginning of its transformation from a luxury vehicle into a true racing machine. Not everyone is a fan of Nakai's modifications. Many purists, especially collectors of classic Porsches, consider it almost heresy to cut and modify a car that's already considered a masterpiece of German engineering. For these enthusiasts, the Porsche should remain in its original state, without drastic alterations. However, Nakai-san isn't worried about the criticism. For him, customization is a form of creative freedom and personal expression. He doesn't see the car as something untouchable, but as a blank canvas ready to be transformed. The tuning culture in Japan, especially with street cars and underground racing, has always been about extreme personalization and individuality, and Nakai brought that mentality to Porsches. Part of the appeal of Nakai's creations lies in their exclusivity. Every RWB Porsche is unique, and Nakai personally travels around the world to carry out the modifications. Whether in Tokyo, New York, or London, he brings his tools and spends days working intensely on each project, ensuring that the car reflects its owner's personality. The experience of owning an RWB Porsche goes beyond looks or technical specifications. It's about being part of a global community of enthusiasts who share a passion for custom cars and the freedom to modify an automotive icon without fear of breaking the rules. Every RWB Porsche is a reflection of Nakai and the client who commissioned it, creating a special connection between the car and its owner. Akira Nakai cuts up Porsches because, to him, each car is more than just a luxury vehicle. It's a constantly evolving work of art. Through his radical modifications, He challenges the traditional norms of the automotive world and creates something truly unique. To Nakai, a Porsche isn't untouchable. It's a canvas that can be shaped, cut, and transformed into something that reflects the soul of its owner and the spirit of the road. Leave your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories from the world of cars.